Good morning everyone and welcome to Wildlife Repeat. I am up early this morning, it's about 6 AM and I am off to see if I can find some eastern grey kangaroos. So I'll take you with me as always and yeah, we'll see what we can see. So I've just got to the golf course. The sun's just about to come up over the trees. So I'm going to have a little walk. Hopefully see if we can spot some kangaroos, get set up, get some pictures, maybe a little bit of video, and also yeah, maybe see what other animals we can see. So the reason I've come to a golf course to see kangaroos is because it's about the best place here in Nelson Bay to find them. Reason being, obviously, it's a nice big open space, lots of greenery, trees and bush around, and it also backs onto more bush. So yeah, it's nice and safe for the kangaroos. But also it's because kangaroos are herbivores, so they mainly eat plants and grasses, of which they graze on. And yeah, they prefer the succulent new shoots of grass. And obviously golf course is a perfect place for that because the grass is always being cut. So when the grass is cut, it grows back, and yeah, the kangaroos just like to be able to get to that fresh grass, which is easier on the digestion than oh, there's just spotted two in front of me. Easier on the digestion than anything dry. Okay, I'm just gonna get some. So unfortunately, I spooked her, setting up my camera tripod. Managed to get some footage before, just by hand. But then yeah, I thought I'll set the tripod up and see. But yeah, she was just too wary. She's still in the bush. She's watching to see what I'm doing. But she might come back out if I'm still enough. If not, we'll have a walk further around. There should be plenty around, so we'll see. But she had a joy with her as well, so it'd be cool to get a little bit of footage of yeah, mum and baby. So the reason I'm here early morning filming these kangaroos is obviously partly for my own interest. I would be here anyway, regardless. But also obviously I want to get footage for this video for YouTube, and also at the minute I'm trying to build up my portfolio of wildlife photography, which I'm trying to really make a good go of. So I'll spin you around. At the minute, getting some video of these two kangaroos, but I think shortly I'll put it into photography mode because you can just see the sun. Sorry, I had a mosquito on me. You can just see the sun coming up now, just above the kangaroos there. And when that light hits the grass and the kangaroos, it should make for the perfect lighting for some good pictures. Fingers crossed. So the sun is literally just about to hit the grass and the kangaroos. But there's some golfers just turned up and they're just about to tee off, and they'll be hitting the ball straight towards the kangaroos. So I imagine the kangaroos are probably going to do one just as I'm about to get a shot, but we'll see. So I used to work on a golf course. I lived in Canada for about a year, and during the summer, I worked as a groundsman on a local golf course. And these strange places, because the people and the wildlife that are here are just so tolerant of each other. You know, there was no kangaroos obviously on the golf course I worked on, but there was black bear, deer and beaver in the ponds, and yeah, people would just come and play around the golf and not bat an eyelid, and neither would the animals. Obviously from time to time there was, had to be careful when there was food about and stuff, but for the most part people just got on with it. And it's the same here, like, there's people just playing around the golf now, and yeah, the kangaroos just hopped into the bush while the golfers play through, and then they'll probably just hop back out and carry on having their breakfast. But yeah, I don't know of many other places where people and animals just kind of coexist like this in this kind of area. It's a strange one. But yeah, I wish there was more places like this. So I've got some pretty good shots here this morning of the kangaroos and some good footage, but it's getting pretty busy now. There's a lot of golfers around and I don't want to get in anyone's way, and I also don't fancy getting hit by a golf ball. So I'm going to head off now. Hello, so I've just got back home after getting some footage of the kangaroos. And I've just nipped back. I needed to pick up my drone, and I made some pasta yesterday for my my lunch today because I plan on being out all day, so just finishing that off now. Just been and got a coffee from the shop, and yeah, so now the plan is get everything sorted, packed up, spare batteries, drone, and anything else I might need, and then I'm going to head over to a place called Boat Harbour, which it's not far, probably about a 10-minute drive, but it's on the coast, and there's a viewing platform for whales, and it's the start of April now, so we're in just come into whale season for the migration. It's a bit early to be seeing a lot of them, but a few of the tour boats have already spotted a couple of humpback whales on their way up north. So yeah, so I'm going to go down. I'll take the drone up off the viewing platform, as long as the wind's not too bad. It's pretty still out there today, so it should be all right. Take the drone up, and then the coastal walk runs through there as well. So the Nelson Bay Coastal Walk, which is like 27 kilometres from here in Nelson Bay all the way down to 1 Mile Beach. And I've been ticking off little bits of that at a time, but I will go back and do it now and make some YouTube videos. I have made some smaller videos for TikTok and stuff, but yeah, I'll go back and shoot some YouTube stuff. So I will be ticking the full walk off eventually. But today, yeah, I'll just go down to the platform and then do a walk from there, see how far I go. And yeah, we'll see what we see. So this is Boat Harbour whale watching site. It's pretty epic, big rocky outcrop. Yeah, and this is apparently the place to come to watch the whale migration, which, as I said a bit earlier, I'm a bit early on for it yet because it's only April now, and the migration usually starts kind of late April. But a couple of the whale watching boats have already spotted humpbacks on the way up north, so yeah, never know. But unfortunately it's pretty windy out here today, so I don't think I'm going to be able to take the drone up, which is a bit of a shame, but that's alright, we can still do some filming. It's so windy though, I've just had to just hiding behind these rocks. I'm gonna have a little walk around the rocks, see what I can see, have a look out to sea, and see if there's anything worth getting on film. If not, the coastal walk is just behind me there, so I'll walk that, possibly walk from here to a beach called Samurai Beach, or at least in that general direction, and see how far I get and see what we can see. This is what it's like once you come out from behind the sheltered rocks. Yeah, it's way too windy to take the drone. Probably can't even hear me. So unfortunately there wasn't much going on at the whale watching area. It was blowing a gale, so yeah, there wasn't any seabirds or really anything about, and yeah, too windy to send the drone up. But as I'm making my way further north along the coastal path now, it's getting less and less windy, so it's a good sign. Hopefully it means we can send the drone up maybe when I get further round. Should be good. But yeah, it's pretty epic, this part of the coastal path. So as I'm walking along this area of the coastal path, I'm obviously still keeping an eye out for wildlife. So apart from obviously out to sea, looking for whales and dolphins, also looking for things like seabirds, so terns and oyster catchers and plover, and white-bellied seagulls. And also in this area of greenery behind me, should be able to spot some honey eaters and different species like that. And then also obviously reptiles. It's a good spot to be basking on these rocks. So snakes and goanna and yeah, other lizards. And then last time I was on an area of coastal path similar to this, surprisingly I bumped into an echidna, which was pretty cool. So yeah, lots of potential wildlife to see. Just got to keep an eye open for it. We're going to walk to Morna Point, which I've not been before. I assume it'll be like another rocky outcrop. But hopefully should have some good views. And it's sign says it's a 1 kilometre return, so not too far. And yeah, not really got a destination to get to be honest. We're just going to keep walking, see what we see, and then I'll turn around and head back to the car when the time comes. So there's a white-bellied seagull just gone over. You won't be able to see him on the camera, but he's just over there. But yeah, I got some footage. Looks like it's looking for food, and I didn't see it flap its wings once. It literally just used the thermals to go up. Thermal soaring is the term for it. But yeah, it's cool. Just used the rising heat to get up to where it needed to. So it saves all its energy. But it's gone out of sight now. But yeah, I managed to get some footage, so I'll put it on the screen now. A really cool spot. Got a bit of a what do you call that, like a canyon. Obviously water going through it. Yeah, lovely views. I think I'm going to stop and have some food. But before I do, I've just noticed just down there, I'll spin you around now, there is a cave of some sort. There. Yeah, so before I have some food, I might leave my bag and everything here. I'm probably the camera as well. Climb down there, and yeah, have a look.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this area is probably used for rock climbing. Definitely seems like a good spot for it. Yeah, pretty cool. I just spotted a couple of bearded dragons. Managed to get some footage of them, which is always nice to see. Always hear them before you see them, because they see you and then they obviously scurry off into the bush and they just stop, hoping that you can't see them. Which most of the time, because they're pretty well camouflaged, you can't, but yeah, if you're patient enough, eventually you'll spot them. But yeah, see a couple of juvenile ones, no adults. Yeah, they're always funny to see because bearded dragons in the UK they were a really common pet. Probably like 10 years ago. Maybe more actually. Yeah, maybe like 15 years ago. Yeah, most of the pet shops and stuff sold them. And it was probably like the number one reptile sold in the UK. So it's always nice to see them in the wild, free. Yeah, got some footage out there to put it in. Wonder how many people this would be the end of the walk for. This fella, pretty big orb weaver spider. He's obviously spun his web, which you usually do in between the bushes of the path. Just a good place to catch food. But yeah, it does look like he's almost just waiting for someone to pass underneath him. Beautiful. But yeah, how many of you wouldn't walk under that? So I made it to 1 Mile Beach. It's the first time here actually, it's beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky and I've just been for a swim and the water is pretty warm considering it's autumn time. So I'm just going to dry off here for a bit and then I'm going to head back along the coastal path the way I came. And yeah, hopefully see what I can see along the way and then yeah, make my way back to the car. So I've just got some decent footage of a red wattlebird. That's it in the background. You can still hear it. There's a few of them knocking about. There's one just in front of me. But yeah, they're pretty large birds. I think they're like one of the largest Australian honey-eater birds. And yeah, you can tell they're a red wattle because they have like a pinkish red wattle obviously on the neck either side, and then they've also got a bright yellow chest. So they're quite easy to identify. But that's them making calls now, and there's actually there's two in front of me now, and then one behind me that's calling. So let's see if I can get some more footage now. So I just spotted that goanna, or should I say he spotted me first. He wasn't too fussed. He kind of backed off into the bush a little bit, but I think he just wanted to cross the path and I disturbed him. So yeah, so he went into the bush that way, came around me, and yeah, just crossed over and off he went. Wasn't a fully grown one. They get a lot bigger than that. But yeah, nice to see. And yeah, between that and the bird I've just seen, hopefully it's a good sign that it's cooling down a bit, and yeah, there's more wildlife active now, which is good. This is the thing when you're out walking and looking for wildlife, rather than obviously if you're looking for birds specifically. It's always good to kind of go to an area, get set up, and then you're not moving. You know, you wait for the birds to come to you. If you know that you're in the right spot, you know, you've got a pretty good chance. Whereas when you're walking up and down a coastal path like me, you kind of only have a small window of time to try and get a picture. And yeah, when the bush is that thick, it's really hard. But that bird that's calling isn't one I've heard before. I don't recognise it, but yeah, it's not one I've heard previously, so I'd like to get a picture. I'd have to probably stay put for a while. Might have a little go and see how we do. Nah, it was too wary every time I got close, because it was calling right from the edge of the bush. But every time I got close, it just darted out into the next bush or over and flew off, and it started calling from that way. That's a shame, but I mean, I did see it fly from one bush over my head into the other bush, but it was too quick to
to get a picture or to identify. So yeah, but the best thing to do with obviously birds is, like I said, just get set up somewhere where you know the birds are, and then let them come to you. So I'm almost back at the whale watching spot, but there's just this one last little area. It's another outcrop, but it's got more grass and bush on. So yeah, walk around now and see what we can see. It's late afternoon now, so it's cooled down a lot. So hopefully, yeah, the wildlife is more active. I heard some rustling, pointed the camera over, and yeah, there was a crab walking through the bush, which is not the first thing I thought it would be. But yeah, good to see. Just spotted some oyster catchers landing on the rocks over there, coming in catching some food. We got a bit of footage of them, they always make me smile, oyster catchers. I think they're quite comical. I think it's the way they walk reminds me of I don't know, like I always think like they remind me of like a detective or something, like little heads down, walking fast. Just suppose they are detecting for food, so maybe that's why. But yeah, they always make me smile. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Unfortunately we didn't get to see any whales this time, but I will return to the whale watching point closer to the end of the month, when whale migration should be in full swing, and hopefully we'll be luckier spotting some whales. I'm already out filming for the next video, so I hope you'll come back and join me again soon. But thank you very much and take care.